Thank you first and foremost for the organizer for inviting me over. I've been getting a lot of invitation to talk about marriage since I'm a solemniser, and then the advisor for dari Kisah Tokadi, which was the best program, alhamdulillah. And now it's at second season, and now we are getting requests for a third season, alhamdulillah. And actively involved in marrying people, getting people solemnized. I just solemnized someone at Masjid Istighfar at 3 p.m. So tired, I don't enjoy this anymore. But again, because our daily life involved in making solution for people, so I thought that this is one of the weekends that I should do something to make me happy. Because I think that, being a solemnizer, this is the only moment that I can see people smile. Because during our weekdays, I do involve in many things, counseling, meeting people, helping people, doing solutions and everything. So I thought that maybe Saturdays I can make myself happy. But no, because I like to make people cry during the solemnization. Just now, I did make the whole auditorium cry. Because I believe that it's not just about being happy, it's also about giving and also taking responsibilities. Betul tak? So giving and also taking responsibility is very, very important. Usually the groom will smile lah. The one who will be crying is actually the dad. Because I think that giving out responsibility is much more difficult than actually receiving one. This is my experience. I don't know why, because the groom is always keep on smiling, but the one who is crying is actually the dad lah. Macam tadi bapa dia tak habis nangis kan. Okay, whatever it is, the topic is very, very difficult for me. I'm not a sociology. I'm not going to tell you what is the utopian and dystopian experience. But let us start with Surah Ar-Rum ayat 21. Surah Ar-Rum verse 21. If you have your phone with you, you can open, but I'm going to read to you insyaAllah. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala said in Al-Quran Al-Karim, wa min ayatihi, and amongst Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala punya creations and signs that He is the great one, an khalaqa lakum min anfusikum azwaja, that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala creates among you its mate. The thing is that I've been lecturing about jodoh, kahwin and everything, but I've never ever seen or I've never meet a particular word to actually describe the word jodoh. Okay? Tak nak jumpa the one kalimat, the one word that actually can describe the word jodoh. I don't know why. I think that maybe it's a concept of Malay people lah. We talk about jodoh kan, because some of you may say that maybe it means soulmate. I don't think it's soulmate kan. Because soulmate mungkin pasangan hidup ke pasangan nyawa, tak tahu. Soulmate pasangan, jadi pasangan nyawa. But whatever it is, I thought that it is good that in Malay we are a little bit of sensitive, that we describe this whole journey of finding someone that share a little bit, sometimes a temporary, sometimes a more longer time in our life. We call it the jodoh. So when you ask me the concept of jodoh, when Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala said wa min ayati an khalaqa lakum min anfusikum azwaja, I don't think that azwajan di situ dinamakan sebagai jodoh. Okay, I don't name it as jodoh. Because for me, jodoh is something maybe, everyone can have their own jodoh, but not every jodoh is meant for you to become permanent. Sometimes jodoh can become also temporary. Of course, in our lives, some people come, some people go, right? That's why in my Twitter, a few weeks ago, I did mention in my Twitter, I said jodoh macam luggage punya. When you waiting for your luggage, right? Sometimes you thought that it's yours, right? You take it, and then you letak tepi, and then someone came in, sorry, this saya punya. You have to put it back. Sometimes life is like that, right? You kenal seseorang and then you kena kasih balik. Sometimes you get married and you get divorced. So how come when Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has created among you mates, and then these mates come and go? Now I tell you, it's because Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala said wa min ayatihi, and among great signs of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala that He created among you is mate. Mate is not necessarily to be someone that stays with you throughout your whole life. Mate is someone that have a space in your heart, whether it be temporary or it be permanent. whether it comes slow, whether it comes late, whether it comes now, whether it comes later, whether it comes throughout your whole life, or it comes throughout some part of your life. And Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala namakan itu sebagai mate. Tapi dekat sini ada satu benda, litaskunu ilaiha, that you find purpose in your mate. That is to give you a little bit of calm and serenity. That's what happened in our life. People come and go in our life, but among that small session, sometimes it brings us calmness. The best time in our life is when we have someone to talk to, when we have someone to confide to, when we have a shoulder to cry on. That's the best time. I don't know, because I don't have any girlfriend before marriage, so I don't know lah. But if you have that one, you know, these are the best moment in your life. I see it in my friends, betul tak? Senyum-senyum je, kenapa senyum, betul tak? Ada mata ya. But it's the best time in life. But then afterward, 3 to 4 months later on, you see him crying and say, why you crying? So aku break up. Okay. So jodoh ni boleh lah break up, of course lah, because it come and go. But then again, Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala put a purpose. Litaskunu ilaiha. That means you can search and find serenity to those people that Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala to put upon you, whether it's temporary or whether it's going to be permanent. First and foremost, the thing is that when Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala put a person beside you as your soulmate or as your mate, it is one purpose only, to bring you happiness and calm. That is it. So in any case that this kind of person don't bring you that thing, then it is not your mate lah. It's not your mate. Hence you see around this world, you see abuses, you see what happened in the world, right? So these people are not your mates actually. Understand? So you carry, Ustaz, tapi kita kahwin but we married to someone that is very abusive. Then I tell you, this is not your mate. Okay? So what to do? Ini dia punya issue dia. What to do? My solution is very simple. When Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala decree upon you something, and you find that whatever that Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala give upon you does not suit you, and then you go over and try to search for something that is better decreed upon you. So sesuatu yang telah Allah berikan kepada kita, some things that Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala give upon you, there are things that when Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala decree, we cannot change. But there are also things that when Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala decreed upon you, you can try your very best to change. Parents, you cannot change, right? True, right? If we, I don't know lah, Jawa kan macam saya kan, I would like my parents to become like Victoria ke David Beckham tu. So it won't be this Jawa at all, right? Become something different. But you cannot do that. I cannot do that. It's something that out of my hand. When Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala said it is your parent, then you have to take it and you have to ni. But if you read upon many ulama punya commentaries, jodoh is something different than like parenthood. Because jodoh, you have this clause upon you which you call it as nikah and kahwin, right? A bind of proposal and also acceptance. When you have a bind of proposal and also acceptance, means that at any time you can actually break the bond. At any time you can break the bond and you can find something that is much more better. I'm also like what Nat Azwani said that bukan kita. You said that you bukan nak galakkan orang kahwin muda kan. Saya pula bukan nak galakkan orang cerai, betul tak? But what I see is that in any time in your life that you find the person that has been, the person that stays beside you for a moment ke, when you think that this person is not fit enough to become someone that brings a purpose inside your life, then you should first search for something else. Okay, move for something else. So persoalan dekat sini adalah utopian ke dystopian. Everyone want to become utopian lah, of course. Everyone want to become, ideal marriage. Everyone, you tell me, everyone, you want this and you want that. Before marriage, you ask me, because I've given so many pre-marriage lectures. Everyone wants to become good marriage. Someone I asked why you want to get married. He said that because it's been so long, Ustaz, I've been entering my majlis walimah without a teman. That's tu je, simple lah. Sakit hati tak masuk majlis seorang? Sikit lah. Yalah, mula-mula memang lama-lama kan macam, it's been so long that I've entered a majlis and I've been alone, Ustaz. Is this the time for me to go down and then grab my partner's hand and then show off to all the makcik-makcik? It's that simple, you see, it's that simple. I'm not going even to argue the intention that she had at that moment. I'm not going to even argue. If that thing that she intended seems that can fulfill her sense of calmness inside her, then be it. I'm not going to even discuss about that. Okay, if that thing that you want is that is your intention, that be. But again, I want to tell you that not many people who came up to you and become true and honest about what is actually marriage. No one's want to tell you about the intermittent fight that you're going to have inside your marriage. No one. We go over, everyone will tell you that, okay, this semua macam gini, happiness, you keluar sama-sama. You know, I've been active socially, I've been active not to counsel because I'm not a certified counselor, but I've been meeting young couples that I solemnize myself inside my social media or outside. You know what happened in statistic of our country? The largest number that make up the divorce is actually those who get married 5 years and below. That is the largest number, 5 years and below. So what do you take? What is your take about this number? The thing is that it defines that those 5 years and below. You know what are our biggest problem? Expectation. Because the longer they get married, you know, the lower your expectation goes to your partner, isn't it? But the first few years of marriage, what do you need from them? Is actually the expectation part. So these 5 years, those who are 5 years and younger, make up the largest number who get divorced. It is said that every 5% that I solemnize, one will get divorced before 5 years. Okay, so tu dia ada 5 kan. Satu tu akan cerai lagi 5 tahun. Pesimis Siapa yang akan cerai ni? Out of 5, one, the statistics say that it's not me, but one is prone to get divorced in 5 years. One of them. So 5 yang tadi I solemnize, actually hari ni 6. So satu tu ada 3 tu selamat, ada 5 tu selamat lah, salah seorang lah tu. But it is the statistics, not that I say so. I pray that Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, may Allah make it longer, may Allah make it everlasting. But it is said so that 5 years. What does it show? It shows that those who are in the 5 years of marriage, the first thing that you have is actually expectation problems. You know, expectation. What are those problems? The expectation that you had is actually already sketches in your mind the thing that you wanted in your marriage. But again, the thing that you want. But when Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala said in Surah Ar-Rum tu, wa min ayatihi an khalaqalakum min anfusikum azwaja, and among Allah great signs that He created you among yourself azwaja, your mate, litaskunu ilaiha, that you may find happiness, serenity, calmness in them. Ja'ala bainakum mawaddah. This thing you need to remember. And then Allah created amongst you, between you, mawaddah, wa ja'ala bainakum mawaddatan wa rahmah. And Allah created between you these two things, that is mawaddah, love, and also rahmah and mercy. You know what happened is that inside of our life, whenever we sketch something, things that we need, that we want, that we intended to have in our marriage, our expectation tend to be that we try to strive and achieve the thing that only what we want. Not what our partner wants. So the thing is that inside of marriage, those who marry 5 years, those who in the first 5 years of marriage, what they did is actually they try very, very hard to achieve the thing that they want. But they forgot something, that this is actually a mutual consensus between two persons, and you need to work hard to actually achieve both mission and vision, not just yours. So the thing is that first 5 years, the mistake is that we try to make it work. Of course, we try to make it work because we want our only mission and vision. You know what? That's the problem. Yes. You know, 5 years I have 10 things. I put it inside my note. I have 10 things that I spoke. Not 10 things, maybe like 20 to 30 things that I spoke with the younger ones who wants my advice. So one of the first few that I still remember when counselling berbual lah, is that time. Kelakar tau ni, cerita macam ni. Why do we get, why after marriage the quantity of the time decrease rather than it increase? Okay, kenapa lepas kahwin time kita sikit? Kenapa tak bertambah macam itulah? Okay, kenapa after our marriage, why the time decrease? Why does not increase? Because you have a certain utopian description of marriage that you want. So, I don't know. Okay, I'm talking on behalf of men lah kan, because kita lelaki kan. Tadi perempuan speaker hari ni, alhamdulillah. Jadi no one has to debate about that. I'm talking about men punya issue So I cannot talk on behalf of ladies. Pandai lah, ya. Nanti Hazwani ke cakap ke, kan? Because you will talk about this. Kira you will talk about time issue. Kenapa lepas kahwin time sikit? Why? Kenapa time sikit? Ustaz, betul tak? Why after marriage the time become a little, I don't have many times with my husband. He doesn't sit with me, and because I think the only the issue is that when you describe your life after marriage is you describe 24/7 with you, macam itu. You want everything to be together. I want to go to the toilet together with you. I want to go to the mall with you. I want to go I want to see you at every second and every millisecond of my life. That is it. Tahu tak? But you see, for me, what I see is that, what do you mean by adding of time? What do you mean of adding of time? You say that before marriage we can see each other, but after marriage I thought that we're going to have more time, but actually we don't have more time. Actually, you have more time after marriage, but you don't take that time that you think is not quality for you enough. You sleep together, you eat together, you bump into each other almost every time, betul tak? But the thing is, you want quality time. You want that bumping to be mashi-mashi. You want to be that sitting to see or binge your Netflix with macam urut-urut and everything kan. But that's not going to happen kan, because your husband going to see and say that, shh, yang kacau ni Netflix saya, betul tak? And then you come in and say that, shh, bang, yang kacau this, I want to binge. Okay, so the 3-4 hours of binging supposed to be hours, but you discounted that hours. You thought that that hour does not qualify to be a good thing, but you spend hours together. You spend the hours together, but you don't want to find it because now you have a problem on defining what are quality times. Before marriage, you don't define that. You just want times. But after marriage, you start to define what is a quality time. You know what is the problem is that? Expectation issues. Many expectation issues. You want great things in life, but after marriage, tak ada. My issues also get different. Then Tok Kadi, when we work, Tok Kadi kerja hari apa? Sabtu dan Ahad lah. Sabtu dan Ahad. Okay, so now my children and also my wife in Waterway Point. Because why? Because Saturday, Dad is not home anymore. Betul tak? Saturday is Waalaikumsalam. No time with that anymore. Saturday macam bapak aku nikahkan orang. So Aisyah keluar je. Aisyah, you are a solemniser daughter. You're gonna meet me not on Saturday, Sunday after 12 PM. That's what gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. So what happened is in life is that I make changes in my life too. I did make changes in my life too. And my wife start to think that, okay, so why are you not here? Why are you not here for our family punya marriage, family punya walima and everything? You know what I did is actually I start to, if you have marriage, if you have macam invitation, you tell me, so I could block my session lah. Of course I datang, lepas tu makan cepat-cepat, saya balik kan. Of course lah, but I be there, I try to be there, and then starting from maybe I get married, I'm the last bujang solemnizer. I'm the last one. I don't know, Aram M menyesal dia menyesal ambil bujang solemnizer. I'm the last one. After me, no one. Semua mesti married. But before, I am the last one. So after I get married, so I married 5 years. Dekat masuk 6 tahun, alhamdulillah. After the first, only for the first 3 years that I start to talk to my wife about what actually do you want. So actually, I nak you kalau majlis you datang juga, macam tu kan. Dia macam gitulah. So I start to, what I did is actually I duduk, I accept, and then I start to change. Yeah, I start to change. I said, but do you have to change many things? I don't have to change many things. I just start my solemnization at 10, and then I solemnize 3 people, 10, 11, 12, and then I have a stop at 1 PM. At 1 PM, and then I start to solemnize again at 2, 3, and 4. I finish at around 4 or 5. Around 4, if I have the invitation to go, so I go at 4. And you know what happened is I try very best, and started from last year. I don't do solemnization on Sundays. Dah tukar tak hidup? Tukar, of course tukar hidup. Terjejas tak saya punya income? Of course terjejas. But you know what? I have to find, this is what I like to do. This is my career. This is my responsibility. But I also have some responsibility towards my family, that I need to make changes and also amendment. And I tell you something, in our life of marriage, the amendments that you're going to make are vast and many. Okay, are vast and many. You're going to make amendment and also changes in your life as many times as you could. it will change. It will change. The direction will change, and it will change. The timing will change. The priority will change many times. You know, the responsibility will change many times, and the effort that you need to also do will change many times. The effort that you will need to change. Firstly, maybe you try your 50%. Next year, you need to up your your effort 60% or 70%. So whatever it is in our life, you need to know. As couple that are newly married, you need to know that you are not perfect. You cannot sketch a book. I don't know about Utopian and Dystopian. Sebab tu saya baca lah dekat internet. It's actually a book kan. It's actually a book, a concept that is written by a sociology, right? A sociologist. So what happen is they write macam buku kita baca dulu dekat sekolah. I don't know as apa nama dia, as a Islamic punya scholar, kita read buku Ibn Khaldun lah kan, Madinatus Salihah. Tapi ni cerita Utopia ni Thomas apa nama dia? Tapi bukan yang kereta api Thomas tu. Sebab anak saya bawa main kat rumah kan. So what happened is that he wrote a book about how an ideal country and society should be. So it's something that is written because he wants to project his idea about how society should be, how it should run. I think every one of us in approaching this marriage issue, we have a utopian description of ourselves too. We want it to be this way, we want it to be that way. Betul tak? Orang perempuan tahu tak nanti pelamin ni tak kalah apa? Utopian already, betul tak? Kan? Of course, you want it to be that way, you want it to be this way, and after you get your home, you already know what your home look like too. That's why men don't involve in that thing, because they will let them be happy with that. I tell you. Tapi subjek saya apa? No, ask. You know how I did it? I just ask for a space in my house. Dia ni rumah kita, bilik satu kan? Kasih saya bilik ni boleh. Lain nak buat apa, you buat lah suka hati tu. So what she did is I bayar, dia buat lah. Yeah? Right. They happy. So what he did is actually, every one of us have our own ideal description about what are we going to do. But again, I tell you something. An ideal thing that you want is actually your sketches upon you don't know the challenges before. You don't know what are the challenges going to happen next. So you did your own description without knowing what are the challenges going to do. And the challenges are not something that is put and everyone can be shared. No, there are no templates for challenges. Every one of us have our own set of challenges. Betul tak? Kita semua lain-lain. So you can't over to your friend and say that, what are your problems? Can I learn? Of course you can learn. But do you know that later on in life, your problem will be totally different from your life? That's why don't put benchmark in your partner. Don't say something like this. You know what? You see the friend or my friend, her husband is like this, And you don't go over to your wife and say that, you know what? My wife friends she's like this, That's not going to happen. Because no one can actually put a template inside you, and you cannot even find a real template about your own challenges. Every one of us have our own unique part of challenges, even though something must be shared. But all of us have our own set of challenges. What you need to do is actually, you may sketch a little bit of your description about the ideal thing that you want, but you need to make sure that you open some space for it to be amended, for it to be changed. Every one of us wants something, but if you cannot achieve to that thing, you have to tukar-tukar sikit, betul tak? Then ideally you want a car. Nanti Cik Sani boleh cerita pasal financial car, betul tak? Kan? Ideally you want a car. You say like, I'm got married, and then the first thing you do is actually you want to own a car. What does it happen if you can't own a car? Ideally, you know what? After got married, I want first year of marriage, I want like 1 children, and then after 2 years, I want 2 children. What happens is after 4 years, you don't have your children. You need to have a little bit of space to let some nature works, to let Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala decree works upon you. And the best thing is that to let you know that you are just mere servant of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. You can sketch, you can describe things, you can plan ahead, but something that you need to know is that Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala has a lot of better plan for you in the near future. But whatever it is, start planning well. Planning. But the first plan that you need to do is that you need to ask a question within yourself. Why do I get married? That's the biggest question that everyone should know. Okay? And I ask many couples who get married, macam 24 ke bawah daripada 25 when we ask them about why do you get married, almost that all of them, for me, because I have my own ideal answer on my own ideal challenges that Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala put upon me. So when they answered promptly, I said, I'm not failed budak ni nak kahwin, betul tak? kadang-kadang kita tak, even though I don't put it as macam betul ke salah punya question, but I may think that it's not right for you to answer that. The first thing that you need to answer is that you need to question yourself, why do I want to get married? It's because you have a pressure, your friends semua dah kahwin, betul tak? Jadi dulu bila kahwin kawan-kawan so stress kan? Because I am not the late one, I'm the middle one, yeah. But I still remember the first one to get married. Kita satu clan lah, malam-malam tu naik motor, minum air, semua diam tak berbual. Macam gini. And then start to question ourselves, apa kita nak buat dalam hidup kita ni? Kawan kita dah kahwin tau. Dan tu baru macam 22 to 23 lah. So, betul tak? You see your 22-year-old friend go up and then having a responsibility. Aku terima nikahnya fulana binti fulana dengan mas kahwin yang tersebut. Tunai. Kita kat sana cakap, what the hell I'm doing in my life, you know? Start to think that. You know, the first thing I did was, you know what the first thing I did was? Macam dia kahwin malam tu, the first thing I did was I actually open my bank book. Betul, I was 25 or 24 tadi tu lah. 24 or 25. Balik tengok bank book, $48. Kawan aku dah kahwin, aku ada gaji dia $48. Dia tak buat. Man. And then you start to keep saying, is it right? Is it the time right? What I'm doing in life? Apa semua. But the thing is, I thought that it's very selfish of me to think that. No, it's not selfish. It's something that is, you know, it's easy for me to think like that, but I should think it. If I would be 25 at that moment, I should think differently. I shouldn't pick that as a pressure point. You know, I shouldn't pick up as a pressure point. I wouldn't be pressured at that time. Even though time tu memang pressure gila, pressure gila. And then one by one kahwin kan, one by one. Now you see the faces of the bridesmaids kan, betul tak? Tengok muka bridesmaid tak? Bila kawan-kawan dah kahwin, semua kat belakang macam, what you are doing now, man? One by one, who's next? Betul tak? Lepas tu kalau limpah bunga semua macam, dude, tell me, I don't have an answer for limpah bunga ke apa gitu kan. You want to do it lah. Okay? But if you want your friend to get married after you, you don't limpah bunga, you limpah credit card. Yeah? Okay? So whatever this, if I were to put myself back at that moment, I will stop and I will question myself, about my preparation, and I should tell myself, you know, why I should leave out, why should I get married? Because I think the only thing that you need to answer is the answer to yourself. You want to bring yourself into a realm of another person, and it is your own responsibility to know that you don't bring other than benefits to that person. The only thing that you want to bring to that person are benefits over benefits and benefits. You don't want to bring yourself to other person and you bring burden to them. You want them to receive you, and from you receive benefits, and from them you receive also benefit. So in order for you to bring benefit to others, the thing is you need to change yourself. You need to make sure that you are very useful to others. And starting from there, you should start yourself to become very useful. Learn something that can make you useful. Discover something on yourself that can make you useful. Yeah, and then inshallah, you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make you a useful person, inshallah. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.